Donald Trump, his conservative base, and the far left base all claim that the polling and the elections are rigged against them. Is there a hint of truth to any of these claims? Let's dive on in. First, with polling. Here are the 10 national polls recognized by the Real Clear Politics. Currently, Hillary has a 5.4% lead on Trump. That number isn't exactly accurate, though. Notice the two at the top, Rasmussen and IBD. First, Rasmussen is a robot poll, meaning live interviewers are not asking questions. It also doesn't use cell phone lines. Because of that, most political professionals don't see Rasmussen as refutable. The second is IBD poll, and the main problem with this poll is that of the people they survey, only 35% are from randomly dialed numbers. Without these two polls, the Real Clear Politics average is 6.5% in favor of Hillary. The methodology of the remaining 8 polls is to randomly call high hundreds to low thousands of people and ask them questions about who they will be voting for on November 8th. And let me pause right here. There is an outrage among people who don't understand polls, from mainly the right, but sadly also the left. They believe that you should poll the same number of Republicans, Independents, and Democrats in each survey. Two obvious reasons why this doesn't make any sense is 1, the electorate is not made up of 33% Democrats, 33% Republicans, and 33% Independents. And 2, polling needs to be completely randomly generated. This way you're not being biased towards one side or another. Being biased is not math, and all these surveys are is math. Now the equation. Using a sample Z testing method, you can find with 95% confidence just how the electorate will vote on the day that you sample them. The typical margin of error is usually between 1% and 3%. Let's say a given poll shows Hillary winning by 6%, and your margin of error is 2%. That means at a 95% confidence level, you will expect to see Hillary win the election by a margin of 4% and 8%. That's just one poll. If dozens of polls are showing similar results, then that 95% confidence rises to as high as 99% confidence. The polls aren't rigged, your candidate just sucks. Now, is the election rigged? The short answer is, of course not. But let's consider the details as to why that is. The United States election is not done by popular vote. It is done by the Electoral College, meaning each state has their own popular vote, and whoever wins their popular vote gets all the Electoral College points for that state. So you have 50 popular vote states that determine the outcome of the presidency. But wait, it goes even deeper. Each county within each state has their own popular vote, and they report their outcomes to the state. So instead of 50 popular votes that determine the next president, you have 3,143 popular votes that determines the president. But wait, within medium to large counties, you have local school boards that have their own popular vote, and they report their results to the counties that report to the state. So you have tens of thousands of popular elections that determine the outcomes of the presidency. These tens of thousands of polling sites use randomly different computerized systems in counting the ballot. So, for the election to be rigged, literally hundreds of thousands of people, ranging from all walks of life, would have to be in on one ginormous conspiracy without word ever getting out. In-person voter fraud does happen, but after a detailed research into the issue, only 31 cases of voter fraud have happened in the past 14 years. But hey, illegal immigrants are casting votes. No, they're not. To vote in the United States, you need to register to vote. And the only way you can complete your registration is to insert your social security number, which, for obvious reasons, illegals don't have. If you think Hillary is setting illegals up with social security numbers, then you're a crazy person who can't be helped. The point of this is if somebody claims that the election is rigged or that the polls are rigged, they should be taken and placed into the same class of wackos who believe that 9/11 and Sandy Hook were inside jobs. They shouldn't be taken seriously as presidential candidates. Once again, thanks for sticking with this video. This is a very new YouTube channel. So if you'd like this video, please subscribe. And if you hate this video and want to tell me to fuck off as soon as possible, then you too can also subscribe.